All right, in this lesson, we are going to be talking about the promotion P of the 4Ps of marketing. So when you think promotion, what do you think? Most students will tell me that they think about advertising. And just to be clear, promotion and advertising are not the same thing. So your definition, promotion is how people are going to find out about your product or service. Okay. Yes, this could include advertising. Advertising is a type of promotion. However, promotions could also be sales promotions, personal selling, displays, and or public relations and publicity. So there's a lot more to promotion than just advertising, although it is a large and very important component. So let's look through each of these in more detail. So our first one is personal selling. Personal selling is basically any time that somebody uses what's called an oral presentation or talking, maybe one-on-one or maybe with a group, but to convince somebody to buy a product. Okay, this is used in specific circumstances, but it is still promotion because, again, we're making customers aware of our product. Why might we use it? Okay, it can make customers feel important when we give them lots of time and attention as an individual. It can help display or communicate features. So when we have very complex products, we may want to demonstrate it to them. We can answer their specific questions, and we can kind of enhance the reputation of our business and maybe change people's mind about our products or services. So some examples, perfumes and cosmetics. If you go to a store like the Bay, you can go into the clothing sections and grab any product you want off the shelf. But if you go to the perfume or the cosmetic section, there are going to be people there to sell to you. You can't just grab what you want. So you're going to talk to them. You're going to almost make a personal connection with them. You're going to describe what you're looking for. They're going to show you how to use the items. We see this a lot in electronics. Again, more complex things where they might need to demonstrate it to you. And of course, high price items. If you're buying a car or you're buying a house, seeing a TV commercial may not be enough to convince you. You need someone to walk you through it and convince you of that sale. So one of the types of promotion is personal selling. The next one we're going to look at is public relations and publicity. So most people think of newspapers or news channels on TV when they hear that. That is correct, but there actually is a slight difference between the two. So our first one, public relations. These are activities that are designed and, more importantly, paid for and created by a business to be put in the news and to make our business look good. So this could be what's called a news release or a press release. So think right now when our prime minister or our premier goes on TV with a specific statement, okay, that is designed by the organization. It could be what's called a press kit, which is where a written statement is provided to the press with lots of details and pictures and, hey, use this when you talk about us. Again, designing the message ourselves. Or it could be events like charity events that are paid for and created specifically to be newsworthy, hoping that the news and the media are going to come and cover those events. The other thing, publicity, again, it's still in the news, but it's just basically when the media chooses something at random about your business as part of a story. This is free and it is not controlled by our business. Generally, people are going to believe publicity more because, again, it's not designed by the business. People believe it to be true. It's a random person's opinion of your business. Let's say a restaurant review when somebody comes in and you don't know that they're going to be reviewing you. However, because you don't control it, you run the risk of it being bad news instead of good news. So, for example, McDonald's often hits the news when they're running their camp days. Their items for their Ronald McDonald House. However, they also hit the news a little while back when somebody spilled the coffee on themselves and burned themselves and sued them for $1 million. So you never know if it's going to be good or bad. All right, another form of promotion is displays. Okay, and so this is all of the decisions and money spent that surround how customers are going to see your product or service. So, most people, when they hear displays, they might think of window displays that they see on branded stores, on the outside of stores, or in malls. Okay, they might think of the signs and what those look like for stores themselves. Okay, it can also be special cases. So, in grocery stores, for example, lots of different brands are sold in a store that they don't have a lot of control of. And so to kind of make themselves stand out, they may choose to do something like the photo here, where they design a specific display or a special case in the store for their items to try and grab extra attention. Another display decision that needs to be made is the location on shelf. So, also in stores, retail stores, such as grocery stores, you can pay more money to have your product in a certain location in the store. So, the items that are on the ends of the aisles that are seen more often, you pay more to be there. You pay more to be in a special case like this, but you also pay more to be at eye level, as opposed to maybe on those very bottom shelves. Also, services, while they don't have packaging or maybe they don't have retail stores, they do have display considerations. So, any time and energy and money that goes into kind of designing your website or your app or the way that you present your service is a promotional task. All right, the next type of promotion is what's called a sales promotion. All right, so these are ways that we incentivize customers to buy our products. And most importantly, that incentive creates a short term increase in sales. So we use sales promotions when we maybe notice that a certain time of year we're not getting as much sale, okay, or we just need to sell more at a specific period of time. So sales promotions can look quite different. There's a number of different categories, but the key thing that ties them all together is that short term increase in sales. So, types of sales promotions, there is a number of them, and we are going to go through each of them in a little bit more detail now. So, the first one is coupons. Most people have heard of coupons. This is anything that offers customers money off of the price of a product. Most people think of them coming in a paper form from newspapers, magazines, those flyers or junk mail that you get dropped on your doorstep each week. But there are also virtual coupons available. Those would be those coupon codes that you enter when you buy things online. So much so, actually, that there's apps such as the Honey app that tracks virtual coupons from a variety of websites. And then when you go to check out on that website, it'll automatically pop up and try a bunch of coupons for you to help you save money. The next type of a sales promotion is a contest. So, most customers are aware of what a contest is. It's basically anytime you have a chance to win a prize by buying something from a business. So, most people are familiar with Tim Hortons Roll Up the Rim. It's kind of the largest and most famous one. But again, when we think of that main thing, what is a sales promotion? It's trying to increase sales in the short term. Roll of the Rim was created because every year at the time of Lent, which is a Christian holiday leading up to Easter, when people give something up, Tim Hortons saw a huge decrease in the sales of their coffee because a lot of times people gave up coffee, or they gave up sugar, or they gave up junk food, or they gave up fast food, all of which meant they were no longer going to Tim Hortons. So what did they do? They created this contest to combat that because people are going to want to buy coffee to participate and have a chance to win this amazing big prize, or any of the other prizes that are there. So it's that increase in the short term. We see McDonald's with the Monopoly. We see a number of different products you can buy. The Doritos bag at the bottom, there's a code on it that you can write in. Juicy Fruit did it to win tickets to a Raptors game. It doesn't need to be big. We also see smaller businesses, everybody that purchased something that day gets their name entered in a raffle for free product. Okay, anything like that where you could win a prize. Next are premiums. So premiums are when with every purchase you get an extra item that you haven't paid for or that you normally wouldn't get. So unlike a contest where you have a chance to win it, a premium means you just get it. Okay, this can be immediate. So anytime that you get, so the first two examples, so Estee Lauder, makeup companies do this a lot. We'll give you a makeup bag or we'll give you an extra XYZ if you buy so much of a product. Okay, when I was growing up, on the cereal boxes, they gave out discs for computer games. Okay, in the ad here, you got free milk when you bought cereal. Okay, so anytime that you're going to get a free product when you buy a different product. Okay, it doesn't have to be a one-for-one though. So you could build up to a free product and that would still be considered a premium. So whether that's a points card or whether that's a card like you see on the screen where, you know, after you get a stamp for each of your 8 purchases and then the 9th one is free. We call these loyalty cards. Again, incentivizing people to buy things that maybe they wouldn't right now. Okay, so Estee Lauder and the makeup companies, they run these promotions when their sales are down to try to increase them at that time. The next one is samples. So when most people think of samples, they think of, you know, going to Costco and having free food, and that is for sure what samples are. Anytime customers are given a chance to try a product for free before buying. So like I said, it could be at Costco, it could be, you know, at the ice cream store when you want to try the ice cream before you buy it. A lot of hotels give out free shampoos and conditioners and maybe even perfumes. Okay, often in magazines or in the mail, you can get free products as well. Again, trying to get customers to try it, like it, and then want to buy it. Okay, this does also happen in service businesses. We see Netflix, you can get a free trial. A lot of apps have, you know, a smaller version or a free version that you can use for the first little bit. Again, giving customers a chance to try the product before buying would be considered a sample. And finally, we have special events. Okay, so these are, you know, special event, like literally as the name says, special events held at a retailer or at a specific location. They're meant to excite customers and they're meant to encourage their participation to buy or at least build a relationship to buy in the future. So we see these a lot with grand openings. Okay, generally grand openings are not held the first day a store is open. They're a few weeks in, but again, they're this big fun event. There might be music, there's definitely free samples. Come on in, see the store, get to know us, likely buy something. We see a lot of furniture companies run what's called a customer appreciation event every single year. Generally in the summer, they have a barbecue, free stuff. There's no obligation to buy, but they get you there. They get you to see their products and maybe you'll be more likely to buy something from them in the future. So those are the different types of sales promotion. So the only last type of promotion we haven't talked about is advertising. So as I mentioned, advertising is the type of promotion that most people think of. Okay, and it is a bit of a complex definition because it is such a broad category. Basically, anytime we are paying and using a media source to create awareness for our product or service. And the awareness is the key factor there. Okay, so it's anytime we're paying using a variety of forms of media or a different form of media to make awareness for our product. As I mentioned, this is a very broad topic and there's a lot in it. So we are actually going to talk about it in more detail in another lesson specifically on advertising on its own. But for this lesson, remembering for that of the 4 P's of marketing, for promotion, we're basically talking about all the ways we help people and customers find our products, whether it is advertising, sales promotion, personal selling, displays, public relations, and or publicity.
Thank you so much for watching today's lesson, brought to you by Plugin to Learning. All the resources used in this video are linked in the description below. If you have any questions, feel free to comment. And to continue learning with us, please subscribe.